we're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign of what's going to happen to these other workers moving forward. And I talked.
Are you worried about the Bitcoin bubble blowing up? And at what point does this need greater regulation?
First of all, I would observe that it is a speculative. It's a speculative asset by any account. I mean, when you look at the most recent developments upward and now the most recent downward trend, for those who had assumed that it might turn into a currency. Terribly sorry, but this is an asset, and it's a highly speculative asset, which has conducted some funny business and some interesting and totally reprehensible money laundering activity. I think that there are criminal investigations that have taken place that I'm sure will continue to take place that demonstrate it very clearly. What I think is far more interesting, and there has to be regulations, and this has to be applied and agreed upon.
Could I press you on this? And how strict should this regulation be, and who should regulate the different parts of it? So data flows, including the important issue of data flows.
Well, it's a matter that needs to be agreed at a global level, because if there is an escape, that escape will be used. So I think it needs to be if anything, it shows that global cooperation, multilateral action is absolutely needed, whether it's initiated by the G7, moved into the G20, and then enlarged, but it's something that needs to be addressed. And FATF is clearly an organization that has expanded in that respect. Clearly, what we're seeing, which is in a completely different category, is the development of digital currencies, which is an area where we have begun doing a lot of work, where we have concluded actually yesterday a consultation of general public. And we had, believe it or not, we had the highest level of responses to that consultation about the digital euro. No less than 8,000 people have actually logged in and responded to the many questions that were on that questionnaire concerning a digital euro. So we are moving on. We are not charging on, because it's an area where we need to be very careful, and where we need to have a system that is secure, that is safe, that responds to Europeans' demand, and where the risks of that I referred to earlier can be addressed as much as those of hacking and others.
How far are we, therefore, from a digital euro?
It's really hard to say, because things in the fintech world are moving super fast. So we need to really not just be alert, but we need to be running safely. I would say that if we look at what China, which is probably the most advanced country in these developments, if we look at what they're doing and how they're piloting on a Chinese scale, of course, it's taken them about 5 years to get from sort of initial pilot and decision to start exploring and now. So I would, it's not for tomorrow, and it's going to take a good chunk of time to make sure that we have something that is safe. But in my mind, number one, it will not eliminate banknotes. Banknotes are still to stay. But I think we will have a digital euro. Yeah.
Okay. No hint on timing. Further time.
No, because it's hard. I would say I would hope that it's no more than 5, but we don't know how acceleration is good. Where acceleration of the fintech.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that second video just to make you think. And of course, this is Christine Lagarde. And we know she's a part of what? That's right, the New World Order, in charge of the European Central Bank, at first the IMF. So guys, we must understand the statement that she came out with, that Bitcoin is speculation, fraud, money laundering, but we know what? The banks are what? The biggest money laundering, gun running, drug dealing son of a guns. And it happened to be HSBC, the one that said it's not going to allow it, when HSBC has been caught money laundering, drug dealing, you name it, they've been caught doing it. So guys, we have to understand that they're not ready to what? To pull the plug. Now, what was very important in this video, it wasn't even that. What was so important in this video that she admitted that China is way ahead of everybody else. She stated that China has been working on the digital currency for 5 years. Probably way longer than that, guys. We know it's probably about 20, but she admitted 5. So, guys, we know that China is leading the fourth industrial revolution for a reason. And then also she admitted something is what? FinTech is moving this along. So she knows that we're moving into the fourth industrial revolution. She's admitted that. So we have to understand the fourth industrial revolution got speed up how? That's right, the C word. The C word has nothing to do with actually anybody getting sick. It's to get the sheep moved over to a new economy without them understanding. Remember, guys, when it comes to the New World Order, they set up distractions in order to get to their plan. Look what happened at the U.S. Capitol. We know that was nothing but a movie. It was all fake. But the people, the masses, are putting all their energy in that while this plan is moving along. The Hegelian dialectic and conflict management will always get you to the goal, guys. We have to understand that. And that's entwined inside of the Freemasonry. That's how you build towards your goal without the masses understanding, because they are constantly distracted. And when it comes to Bitcoin, by her making that statement, remember, she's one of the most powerful people on the planet because she's in charge of the central bank. So who's more powerful? Michael Saylor, Mike Novogratz, all these guys that come out that's handling $100 million portfolios, billionaires. The fact is that she's in charge of the central bank. She's telling everybody, giving them a warning. Guys, we know that we're going to do what? We know we're going to head lower when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptos, because real use cases are not here yet. But the fact is, like she stated, FinTech is moving fast. So the fourth industrial revolution is right around the corner, guys. Remember, when it comes to the New World Order, everything is planned out. Have a wonderful day.